Hey, what's up, people? How you doing? Hope everyone out there is having a great week. This is the middle of the week, so yeah, the weekend's almost here. It's like I would say it's closer than it was Monday, but not really. Anyway, I hope your week is going well. This is Ben Herrera on creating comics on the move. Um, Former Marvel, DC, Image. Um, a comic book artist that is definitely on the move. I'm coming at you live from Serbia, South Serbia. Been here for the past 3 months um, with a brief visit to the States for a little while. Had a great went there to be in a great friend's wedding, which was awesome. Man, I got to share that with you. It was the 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 wedding was out of a like action movie or something, or at least a really good rom com. It was it was anyway. So that here now I'm in Serbia and I'm about to head out. I have like one more week here, a little less than a week here, and then I need to leave the country. I just been traveling around Europe for the past 10 years, so just love it over here. Creating, visiting, different countries and histories and peoples and foods and um, creating comic books. So that's what we're talking about. Well, partly talking about tonight. Well, actually, mostly what we're talking about tonight. Um, so I did Marvel and DC, but currently I'm in the Marvel DC Image. But currently I'm the artist for Heavy Atomo, which is being put out by Scribe Comics. It's a what do you call it? I should pull up one of the images from that. From Scribe Comics. It's a giant robot, giant kaiju creature battle alien, um, awesome story comic book coming out. Hopefully soon. Right now, Scribe Rosario is nailing down the a crowdfunding site. I think it's going to be on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. And as soon as we have that information, we'll get it to you. Um, Let me add to the stage here. Yeah, that is the Heavy Atomo. This is a promotional piece that we had posted. Heavy Atomo or Atomo, as Rosario says. There's a whole big thing behind that. Yeah, he's kicking butt on a kaiju, a giant kaiju, which are like mutated humans, and of course, given like height serum, Hank Pym's height serum. Hank Pym has nothing to do with this story. Um, Anyways, they're just really big. They're in pain. This one has tentacles coming out of his guts, his stomach, and yeah, the Tomo is big old um, giant robot who was controlled by this teenager named Brian. Let me bring that one up too. Their character design of Brian. So the teen, to add some suspense, the teenager was supposed to be built to be controlled by an adult, but through happenstance, he got into the mix. So now he's the one has learned to control him and fight and save the planet. First from these, the alien, the kaiju on Earth, and then an alien race come later. So yeah, he's gonna have his big robot hands full. So this is Brian, designed for this. That's what I have mostly done. Concept designs and a bunch of concept designs for all the main characters in the story. Plus, and then we have like the promo piece, another one I just did, which Rosario will showcase later, and then 3 pages of the issue. So it's going to start get into the rest of the issue soon. Yeah. Anyway, tonight. Oh yeah, too. I wanted to say also one of the cool stuff that's been happening lately is my website went up. Oh, I should bring that up too. My website went up recently. Ben Herrera Studios. So if you go to benherrerastudios.com, you can check it out and sign up for the newsletter. Let me try to share that. window. Share screen, share window. This was a little bit faster. Okay, here we go. Share. Yes, there's my brand spanking new, updated, recently launched website. And over here is the newsletter you can sign up for. So please sign up for it. Get a lot of great information and little giveaways and fun stuff talking about what I've been what can be working on, or what I am working on, what I have been working on. So it has an about section, the services, comic book art, illustration, concept art. I got to fix that. I thought we improved that and made that larger. Anyways, concept art, this big portfolio section, and there's Triple Threat, the project that I'm working on myself, my own project, which I'll talk a little about tonight, and the newsletter, which is up here, and then there's the contact page. So if you want to bug me, send me something, say hello, whatever you do, I appreciate. And it's not bugging. I love it. And here's BZ Comics, my publishing company studio, with creating awesome comic books and graphic novels on the move. It would be great to do, ongoing comic book series. That would be fun. But starting off with this, a mini series. So here's the about section, and there's Triple Threat. Triple Threat is the story of three superpowered teenagers, Atlas, Fury, and Shrike, who were genetically created as powerful weapons for Kaiser Rex, a villain who fancies himself as the rightful king of the world. Kaiser wants to use those weapons to accomplish his evil goal, but what happens when his own weapons decide to aim themselves at him because they don't like Kaiser or his desire for world domination? Now the three dangerous teens must learn what it is to fight, to be a family, and become heroes, all while trying to survive the relentless pursuit of their once and former king. So I hope that sounds pretty cool. I still think I have a difficulty with writing copy about stuff like this, but anyways, that's what that is. So then it goes into shows a little bit of characters, and we just added this to the site tonight. You click and you have pop-ups of the characters. How swanky is this? Atlas, Fury, and Shrike. Well, I should read this too. Yeah, I just finished the copy for the characters also. This is just a first run, so I'm constantly changing it. Oh, wait a second, it's not showing on here. Hold on, I'm talking about the wrong site, and I'm not even showing it on. Okay, I have to pick another window, I think. Yeah, I'll pick another window. I'm still learning how this stuff works. Sorry about that. Here we go. Yeah, my BZ Comics site. There it is. Yeah, so you can sign up for the newsletter on here too, which is great, because if you did this, I hope you guys do this, because you'll get a lot of first news and information about Triple Threat and when I'm going to launch it, and when to sign up on the sign up page, and exclusive content, giveaways, all that kind of stuff. Information about Triple Threat. And I was talking about, let me read that over again so you know where I'm reading from. Triple Threat is the story of three superpowered teenagers, Atlas, Fury, and Shrike, who were genetically created as powerful weapons by Kaiser Rex, a villain who fancies himself as the rightful king of the world. Kaiser wants to use those weapons to accomplish his evil goal. But what happens when his own weapons decide to aim themselves at him because they don't like Kaiser or his desire for world domination? Now the three dangerous teens must learn what it is to fight, to be a family, and become heroes, all while trying to survive the relentless pursuit of their once and former king. So yeah, again, I hope that sounds okay. It's the first pass, but here's the pop-up that I want to say before of We just added this today, like I said, to the site. Atlas, he's Atlas, the leader. He's the reluctant, insecure, but caring, protective, and brave leader of the group. He's super strong with heightened endurance, speed, and reflexes, with bulletproof skin and the ability to grow up to 20 feet while getting stronger and more powerful the bigger he gets. Sorry, I'm just a huge fan of Wonder Man kind of characters, which is basically Superman but can't fly. And also Giant Man. I love how he can grow bigger, but he was also really influenced by a character named Super Samurai. It was in a cartoon when I was a kid, and it was about this one kid named Yoshi, and he could transform into this, really big, larger superhero named Super Samurai. And he was strong. He could run really fast and was kind of invulnerable and that kind of stuff. So I kind of patterned him after him also. And here's Fury. Fury, she's the tough, impulsive, and angry member of the group who is also fiercely loyal and protective. She has the ability to absorb solar radiation and convert it into superheated plasma. She's able to control it in such a way as to generate a superheated force field, flight, super speed running, and powerful heated and concussive energy blasts. Pretty nice. It's powerful. She's also very, like I said, very, very angry. And if you pick up the book, you'll know why. Here's Shrike. Again, I was really influenced by this costume because I was a huge fan of Gatchaman, or Battle of the Planets in America, when I was a kid. So I kind of patterned the costume after that. He's a glider. He's the quiet, shy, insecure member of the group, but who is also fiercely loyal, protective, caring, and kind. He has heightened reflexes, strength, a tough body, and speed, and is a master tactician, acrobat, and fighter. He wears a suit that heightens his protection and gives him the ability to glide long distances. So I'm going to have a little. I'm going to fix this, add some more space there. But preview art. I have pages done, but I'm reworking the first 7 pages, so hopefully they'll be coming soon. And I'll probably be showcasing them on here before I do that, because I need to work on them. And then here's the newsletter you can join. So please join the newsletter. It would be awesome to have you on, and awesome to give out information. And hopefully you guys think it's awesome getting information from what I think is a very awesome project. And then if you want to drop me a line to get in touch. So those are the new sites that just went live the past week. Now let me share my page, or my Clip Studio Paint. And tonight I wanted to work on Violet. Hopefully ink at least one of her, maybe 2. Of these images. And over here I've left a bunch of space because I'm going to put her big head, a big close-up of her head there. I like to do that in all my concept designs. Give like a front view, a side view, or a front view and a rear view. But this one I decided to add a full front view because I wanted to show more of her costume, especially because she's like super into fashion. She's French. She's like a Black Widow character, but she's not Russian. She's French. And the French are very fashion conscious. So she is very fashion conscious. Many people over here in Europe are, which I really appreciate. So I'm kind of a fashion fan, so I wanted to showcase that in the book. That, along with Europe, because the story Trouble that is set in Europe. I think we need to. Yeah, I need to make this a bit smaller. I have a bunch of concept designs to do, about, I don't know, 5 more main characters, and then a few supporting characters, and then of course the first 7 pages. But it's no in particular order. But so I like to work on that on here with you guys. I'm still just debating whether I want to put out the whole book. Have the whole book done before I launch or not. Maybe you guys can let me know what you guys think. I want either one, but they're both attractive to me, because one, I'm really excited to get this thing out, but also I want to make it easier for you guys and me to get you guys to fill the book, to ship to you guys faster. And that's what I like to do. Just so when the campaign completes, I have the whole thing done. So just send it to the printer, and so have all the book done, and all the reward tiers, the variant covers. I like to have like 5 different variant covers, and I'm going to do 4. And then my good friend David Williams, one of my best friends, is said he would do 1. So maybe I can get 2 out of him. But if not, what I would like to do is have 2, one from David, one from another artist, and then 3 from me. That would be ideal. And then also, I wanted to do these character designs not just for me, because I was thinking about it as one of the reward tiers. I could collect all the artwork into a concept art book to offer as one of the reward tiers. I always was a huge fan of the art of books, the animated movies. So I thought I would do that for this too. Also, I'd like to do a manga version, because I have all the artwork, and make it in a legit manga sized comic book with a legit coloring, not just desaturated colored pages, but do a specific black and white version for the manga. Plus, I love manga. Not the newer stuff, because I don't really know much of the newer stuff, but the older stuff. The Masamune Shirow, I think, is my favorite. And then Katsuhiro Otomo after that. With Appleseed, Masamune Shirow with Appleseed and Ghost in the Shell and Dominion. She's definitely going to have what I like to call a French nose. It's long. Those are like very attractive to me. Long noses, and kind of big noses too. I kind of like big noses also, and smaller noses. I guess I don't discriminate with noses. Mm-hmm. My music is stopped. Need some tunes. I would play it for you guys to hear, but I don't think I can legally play all this music on YouTube, because it's all unlicensed. But maybe I'll be able to some other time. I want to do live streaming, but also from do it from cafes, because I love working in cafes too. Because I by myself most of the time, so it's nice to like be around some real people occasionally. Okay, I think I wanted to create all these concept designs. I'll know how to draw the pages, draw the captions on the pages, because I definitely, even though I could design them myself, I do not. Unfortunately, I don't remember them what they look like. So these help with that in production. And then if any of the artists gets on, have them draw the book or does a pin up, I can get them the reference. What angle do I want the face? I'm gonna have her looking over her shoulders. Looking over her shoulder. She's like a model, so I'll give her like a model type pose. I love this story. I can't wait for you guys to check it out because it has all the stuff that I love working on. Superheroes, action, intrigue, really cool villains, creatures, big, lot of fights, a lot of massive fights. Relations, like with the family. Got some romance. Oh, what's up? Hold on. All right, this is Scribe, the Heavy Atomo, the creator, right there, saying hello. What's up, man? How's it going? By the way, we have our show that we do together on Sundays. So if you guys are on Sundays and you want to, check us out online, talking about Heavy Tomo and Triple Thread and comic books in general, because we make comic books, so we love them. Stop by on Sunday. He messaged me also, so sending him a message. I normally draw a little bit faster. I'm just kind of really apologize for if I seem a little bit out of it tonight, because I am. This is a new schedule that I've done this week. Adding this daily live stream, which I love, but it's been like I got to regulate some things, because I've been like stopping it at like super late, and like last night I think I went to bed at 2 a.m. That's maybe earlier for you guys, but that's normally late for me, because I love to get a bit early and then not sleep that long. So I usually get up around 7 a.m, maybe 8 at the latest. And today, man, I got up like at 10:50, so it's like too late for me. I like to get started earlier. Do I want to do this angle? Because if I do this angle, I'm going to cut out a lot of her face. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I like to sketch in a lighter line first, and then go over in the darker one. Today we're using purple. I don't normally use purple or violet, but in honor of her name and the character I am today. When I most of the pages I do on paper. I draw on paper, I scan them in, and then kind of play with I draw them in pencil, and I scan the pencil lines. I don't use markers anymore, inks. I just enjoy doing pencils, kind of like Joe Madureira did like years ago. I don't know if you ever saw all of his Ultimate stuff, or he did some like like the first 3 issues of Inhumans. He did a 5 issues of Ultimates, 3 issues of Inhuman, 3 issues, the first 3 issues of Savage Wolverine, and the first 3 issues of Avenging Spider-Man. And I love those books. At first, I wasn't a fan of the scanned pencils. I think maybe because he colored in all the blacks with his pencil, and they weren't like deep black, like inks. Because I love that about inks. And I used to draw a blue line, but then I started, studying his pencils again and realized, let me try pencils, especially because my favorite blue line went out of business. They don't make those particular leads anymore. So I was running out of them. So I'm like, let me try pencils again, and I love them. So I just draw very lightly with pencil, and then I'll go over it with a lighter, like a 4H pencil, and then go over it with a 2B or an HB, something that's just really soft and dark. So it's like inks, and then I leave the what am I trying to say? All the dark areas, the black areas open, and then I'll adjust the pencils in Clip Studio Paint, the levels, and then fill in. Oh, sorry. Oh man, I'm sorry. I guess I'm a little tired. And then fill in all the blacks digitally. So the pencils will, because they're so dark, I adjust them. They look like inks. And the blacks are dark black. So that's the way I do it. I don't ever. The only time I'll use markers usually is if I'm doing a commission for someone. But, and also, I like to have all my original pages as a part of like a reward tiers in Treble Thread. Just not the first 7 pages. They're all digital because I did those a while ago before I decided like what I was going to do. And so yeah, the first 7 pages will be digital. I might offer like exclusive prints, like only one of a kind print of those pages, and oops. One of a kind prints in the campaign. So then, people could actually get those pages on large size. They have to be one of a kinds. I won't print them anymore. Yeah, she has a long nose. I definitely really wanted to make sure she was she looked French, at least to me. I'm pretty much keeping her the same. I was gonna change her. I only changed her. I I only changed her design a little bit. All I did was change her hair to black. I might give her a black scarf also, or a gray scarf instead of a purple one. No, I changed her hair to violet to purple. Yeah, from black. I'm um I'm a fan of the comic book nose, and a lot of artists do that, where it's just the same nose, same small dinky nose for every person. So all the men will have a small dinky nose, the woman. I like that, but I'm also a fan of having more realistic noses, different shapes and sizes. So that's what I chose with her. She'll have a very long nose, but petite, still petite. It's just long. She's got to have a purple trim. So of course, like Black Widow, she has a tactical suit, but she's got to have she's stylish, so she's got to have her violet trench coat. Let's see. She's going to have these two long blades. I'm not sure whether they're going to be swords or just really long knives. I think I'll make them swords. Um, but the way she was going to have them sheathed, a little bit different. Like not unlike like Deadpool's. Maybe like Deadpool's. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud about the design. When I'm drawing clothes, well, anything really, I like to stick to the rules of it. When I'm drawing coats and stuff, places like this, there's these rules, how you draw the shoulders, well, and how you make all the folds fit, and make certain jackets look like certain jackets. Um, so especially with this one, women have shoulder padding and stuff. And if not, they have shoulder pads. They don't have shoulder pads and trench coats. It still has a certain nice shape to it. Mm. And she always, I think I'm going to have her almost always wear her shades. She doesn't have slightly sunken cheekbones, some sunken cheeks in her face. And she has a very slight widow's beak. I have no idea why they call it that, but she has one, just a slight one. Another reason I wanted to give her purple hair was because I'm a big fan of colored hair. They do that a lot in anime, and I love it. Girls who would pink hair, yellow hair, green, blue. It's awesome. I just think it's awesome. So there's going to be a lot of characters of mine that have different colored hair. She has going to have the very very thin shades. Because she is just, her personality is like very, very serious. Um, I'm not sure if it's going to be intense yet. It's like serious and intense, or just serious. But she's almost like has the demeanor of a ninja all the time. So, and also somebody with very few words. She does talk, but not a lot. It's kind of really opposite of the character I based her on. I based her on I don't know if any of you ever saw the Transporter 3 movie. There was this woman. She's like a enforcer bodyguard of the main villain, and that always fascinated me. Um, so yeah, except that one is she's awesome. She was really tough and stuff, but not puff and stuff, tough and stuff. But she's tall. She's really tall. She's got really short blonde hair, um, and very loud, and like she has a very boisterous personality. And Violet does not have that. But I just like the idea of a really badass martial artist, weapons expert that was a bodyguard, a woman bodyguard. And now I'm patterning Kaiser Rex off of royalty because he considers himself king. His whole name. Kaiser, which is the Roman emperor, and then the Roman emperor, or Tsar in Russia, Kaiser in German. Um, King, and Rex is Latin for king. I think I'm gonna have Kaiser might be uh, Kaiser and Violet might be a thing. It's got this really long, awesome, long ponytail. She has very full but very small lips. Well, mostly a very full lower lip. Yeah, I love when you're doing character designs. I love thinking about all these little um, little nuances, little things. Okay, there is the. I usually lower the opacity on the sketch layer, so it's easier for me to sketch over and ink it. Here we go. Now it's all ready to ink. I'm gonna ink it. I need inker and then color her, and then on to the next one. Although I might return to the pages after this, so you guys can check out how the pages are coming along. I did it a little bit already, but yeah, I got to finish 2 big panels, and then I have to recolor the whole thing. It's colored already, but I realized I wanted to change the the style, the coloring style of the book. Before it was a little more. Well, you'll find out when I show you. But I wanted to make it more edgy. So cool. Somebody else stopped by to say hello. Say hi. Oh, Will Studios, what's up? What's up, Will? How's it going, man? What are you up to today? Oh, I'm digging your avatar on there. That's awesome. He's got a big yellow visor. The TV went off over here. I do not like the television off. Got to have background stuff going on. Oh yeah, before I continue with this, I show you. It's Brian, of course, the custom design. You know the sketches that I was working on this yesterday, the last couple of days, but I had to do. There's a teenage gang in Heavy Atomo, and so I finished the initial sketches. So Rosario, he only needs 4 of them in the comic book. So I gave him a bunch of different ones to choose from. So here he'll pick 4, and then we'll go on stage 2 to refine it, and then do the final approved concept designs. So yeah, here's the ones that I did. You guys might have seen him before him. No, we might have seen him already. He's the old LA Cholo Vato gang member kind of thing. So hopefully a good variety. As you can tell, I like colored hair. So different shapes and sizes. Concept design is all about shape theory, form theory. Having forms contrast. They give you different, make you feel different ways, depending on how the forms are put together. So hopefully that does here. Do that well here. I know some of these seem cute, but they're going to be mean. This is just in the sketch. The news that I just finished, sent off to him today. Oh, cool! You're drawing Revenant Steel today. Nice. That's awesome. Sometime you're gonna have to come on the show here, come on my live stream and draw along with me. We could get an online live stream studio going on. Maybe you guys could do that sometime. Anybody that's working on their stuff can come on, and I think you can share your screen also. So maybe we can. Yeah, I think you can. I mean, as far as your screen, not just your camera. So maybe we can. I'm sure there's a way we figure that out and have like a virtual studio going on. That would be fun, doing the virtual studio. And so this is what Violet. Wait, another one. I will. I'm down right now, homie. Oh wait, hold on. All right, let me. I'll put the share link in the chat here, and you can grab it. There you go. What's up, man?
What is happening?
Nothing much, just working away. I guess you are too.
Testing,
awesome.
testing. All right, we're back.
Yeah. So you're working on a page right now?
Yeah, man. I've decided to stop jumping around, right? Because all 13 of the first, 13 pages, I'm doing it in chunks, are in some level of completion, right? So now I'm going back to page 4, and then like page 5 needs some finishing touches, and on and on, Page 8 just needs some finishing touches, yada yada yada.
Oh yeah, it's easy to do too, especially when you're working on stuff. It's nice to sometimes get to the things you consider more fun than others.
Yeah.
So it's easy to jump around to those things, and but then eventually you have to get to the other parts that aren't as fun. So.
Well, and I'm at a level in my artwork where I'm still learning a lot of stuff. So, because this will be my first ever comic book.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Let me
forcing myself to do backgrounds, making myself, sometimes I'll run into something that I've never drawn before. I gotta like think about how I'm gonna do that. Gotta like constantly critique myself and try to like.
Yeah, it's slow going, especially if it's your first comic. That's a huge undertaking as well.
Yeah. But I have to do the crazy thing. That's just what has to happen.
Oh, so yeah.
This is page 4, right? And I made this red circle down here to remind myself that I gotta put a sconce in there because I forgot to draw it at first.
Okay. You're doing your whole book digitally?
Yeah, I'm doing it all digitally. But my style's just like the pressure brush pen, So it comes out very similar to if I had drawn it traditionally, frankly. Like
okay. Gotcha.
That's the goal.
What program are you using?
Procreate.
Oh, okay. You're an Apple guy.
Yeah. Well, the iPad, I feel like, because I've never used a Wacom tablet that has like a screen on it. So I don't know how responsive they are, but I find the iPad really responsive.
Well, Wacom is super responsive. I mean, Wacom's awesome, but it doesn't really matter as long as you have something that you like.
Yeah.
Like right now, I used to use Wacom, but I'm using XP Pen.
Mm-hmm.
And so I used to have Wacom, and I used to have a Wacom, like the portable one. It was a 13-inch Wacom Studio. That's what I had before this, and then that crapped out on me, and so I needed to replace it. So I decided to go with a laptop and then a XP Pen, 16-inch or 15.3, and it's awesome, man. It's like just as good as all the Wacoms, super responsive, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I'd only ever dealt with the pressure pads that you have like connected to the computer or whatever. as far as those are concerned. So
That's what I started on because I was in video games for a long time.
yeah,
So I had a Wacom tablet, and that was I got used to that easy. I could do it. It was fun, but then I just wanted to switch over to a display screen.
yeah,
And I've had both. Now I have the display screen connected to my laptop. But before on the Wacom Studio thing, I forgot what it was called then, but it was a full computer in itself. It was basically a PC, portable PC.
mm-hmm.
So I just drew on that, and I loved it. So they're fine. Anyone you do that on, they're all great. Like whether it's the Apple or you get like a piece, an Android, or you do Wacom or even XP Pen. They're all the technology. All of them is great now.
Yeah.
I would do Procreate, but I don't have any Apple, and it would just be too expensive. I've always had PC, ever since I started in video games. So I just always stay with that.
Yeah.
But I hear Procreate's awesome.
I put the red circle on the same dang layer.
Hey, so what's your book about?
My book is about the rising of an undead army who inherits the will of an entity that's tied to these swords, right? The people who wield these swords are sort of given visions and interactions with this demon. It's a fun story. But it's going to basically be my own war between the undead and the living. And
Oh, nice. So that's definitely a different take on zombies and stuff.
yeah. Well, dude, Game of Thrones really ticked me off, is the thing. The way that it ended and the way that they wasted the White Walkers, they had them defeated within the first episode of season 8. It was like, I wanted that war. And so after that happened, at the time, I would just come up with ideas for fun. Like I couldn't help it. This was back in the day, whatever. It was during the time when I was convincing myself that I need to be a writer. I need to make things. I need to not be in restaurant management for a living. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I created the bones of that story back in the day. Time goes on, and then last August, I am drawing with some people because I joined the How to Draw Comics Academy, trying to get just better at things. Get some feedback from people, and the subject was zombies. Right? We had like a studio session, and so that's when I drew this page, right? In its like earliest, roughest form, I kind of drew because it's been redrawn and stuff like that, right? Of this thing, he's in a pile of bodies. They're getting eaten by rats, and he wakes up, right? Because the story is going to be about him. He wakes up, conscripted into this army, and he starts having the visions and stuff like that, and he like kind of takes on the will and the grudge against blah blah blah. Plot things happen. It's going to be fun. But anyway, I had like a revelation about it, and so I like picked up the pieces of that old story and reworked it, and I came up with Revenant Steel. Yeah, and so now I'm almost done with the first 13 pages.
Nice, dude.
Story, and I've gotten a lot better in the process. I remember when I first started doing this story, I'm like, I don't know how to draw clouds or whatever, but I'm doing my best. And then I submitted my artwork to Hard Art, and they gave me some valuable feedback about being able to draw things in perspective and over detailing my backgrounds and trying to get away with using gray smudges as my clouds. And so I had to go back and redraw everything, and that was back in like February. And it's good, man, because it kind of gave me time to make it a lot better,
Oh yeah, totally. And that's like an invaluable thing that they're offering, to give tips like that, because I mean they help. They know what they're talking about, so yeah, it helps. So it's great that you found that helpful
Yeah.
because they know their stuff, and that and a whole lot of your own study, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. And I'm just a dude in his basement. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Oh yeah, yep.
I didn't go to
But
school for this. All right.
I'm glad you came on tonight. You're a dude in the basement, but now you're like online hanging out with me, and we're making
Dude, are
art.
you
And
also
we're
in a
checking it
basement?
out. But what?
I don't see any windows. Are you also in a basement?
No, there's the window right there.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, I'm on the only floor of a house
Ah,
in the living room. I set up my space in the living room. So I have the TV right here. There's the kitchen right there.
I had to find the corner of my basement that acoustically would not resonate through the house at nighttime. So I've kind of cornered it off and made myself a little cubicle. Because yeah, sometimes like I've started streaming and stuff, and sometimes that goes late.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, you're being thoughtful for the rest of your family, so that's good.
Yeah.
No one's here with me, so I could just set up anywhere. So I decided to make it in the living room so I can watch TV and then think about the kitchen right in front of me. So whenever we're hungry, I can daydream about what I'm going to make for myself. So who do you have? Wife, kids?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm married. I'm freaking tied down.
Nice. How many years have you been married?
13.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's true love.
And kids?
Oh yeah.
How many of those little guys you have?
Three
or girls?
kids, 3 beautiful
Oh, right.
kids.
It's like that's definitely the American dream and then some.
Oh yeah, man. Just full on stupid.
Stupid. That's awesome.
It's like,
man.
why having so many kids, Will?
Dude,
really
you got
need to go
to.
ahead
Kids
and
are
get a
awesome. I mean, I know they're also, it takes a little bit of coin to take care of them, but still,
right.
they're awesome.
Like, I'm never going to be able to use any money for myself. This is what it is.
Well, when they get older and have their own thing, they move out, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Then you'll then they'll be taking you on vacations and stuff.
Dude, how great would that be?
That'd be awesome. What are their ages?
Oh, dude, I'm going to be careful on the internet a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. But they're little.
Oh, okay. You're on that side still.
On what?
On that side still, the ages. You don't have like kids that are older. You have
Oh,
older
yeah,
people.
no. No, they are all just little.
So they're not like comic book fans.
They think it's cool, but they don't have the attention span for it, man. They really don't.
Yeah. They if they're gonna do anything like that, it's mostly like really, really simple, made for their age cartoons.
Well, and not the way that I did, actually. Because, okay, the 10-year-old, fuck it, I'll tell the ages. So the 10-year-old, she read Starlight Cats and liked it, right?
Oh, nice.
Is looking forward to the second issue. Like, I saw Shane say something about Starlight Cats, and I'm like, it'd be good to have another issue for her. But it's not like I was, where it's like I was deep into Green Lantern, and I was, waiting for my comic books every Wednesday because my stepdad would bring comic books home on his way to work from work.
Dude, what an awesome stepdad. That is so awesome.
Right? And this was back in the Marvel Knights days with Daredevil and stuff like that. It was a good time. And then, I was addicted because I loved the artwork. And I always thought I was just a genius at art and I could just do it like a magic trick, That was part of my, first I got to stop saying, but also, part of, I humbled myself trying to make this thing. It's been after I got it in my head that I had to make this comic book. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I had to develop like the endurance to draw for more than like 30 minutes at a time. It was kind of,
Yeah, I understand that, man. Especially when you have other things you got to do, like
Right.
work and have a family and all that kind of stuff. It kind of it all that stuff. Um, well, it takes time and energy, and so when you finally have a chance to sit down and draw, you almost have no time and no energy.
Right. So it's like you got to be a little crazy. You got to be like a full blown nutcase to be like, I suddenly want to make a comic book. You know.
I was the same way. That's what I like. This book I have, Triple Threat. I've had it for like over 20 years. I have the story for all the other projects I want to do. Almost all of them are over 20 years old.
Yeah.
And so it's just taken me so long, like I said, like same thing with you, to work on it. First because, it was time and energy. Like I do freelance work and not have any time afterwards to do it.
Yeah.
And then, time or energy to do it. And I just realized, how am I going to the only way I'm going to get it done is if I just, do it and don't sleep if I don't have to, or, that kind of stuff. Because I was hearing stories, from like
obsessed.
Yeah. And, hearing stories of like Greg Capullo when he was working on Spawn, but he was doing the Creech at the same time, the miniseries. And he was just like barely sleeping, and doing both issues at the same exact time and getting them done, meeting both of the deadlines on it. And he wrote and drew the Creech, he had another inker. And so, hearing stories like that was like awesome. It was encouraging.
Yeah.
And then I had another friend of mine before named Matt Broom, and he was the same way. Like he went into video games, but so he had a full-time job, but he'd come home and he'd work all night. He'd work like till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
On his own stuff, and then get up at like 7 a.m. to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great. Yeah, it's crazy, but that's the only way you're unless you're independently wealthy, you're gonna get stuff done. So that was super encouraging to me to hear all that stuff. And getting it done is amazing, as you now experiencing, and I'm sure you feel pretty stoked about finally getting pencil to paper. Or
man, and I want to I want to have it ready to go by For the Fans Fest. I want to sell a preview book that's going to be the first 13 pages plus like some backstory lore behind, because it's a big fantasy world. There's a lot about it that doesn't get like communicated through the characters right away, that you could probably ignore that part. I know there was that whole thing about world building for a little while and how much like exposition you need to cram into a story, but I think it'd be fun to have like 12 pages of that, 12 pages of story, sell it for like $8, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still sorting all that stuff out myself, but I mean, that would be great. Anything you have would be great, because I'm realizing that's all that people want to see. They just want to see artwork. They just want to see progress.
Right.
And anything you have like that to show, they love. When do you want to launch yours?
Dude, at this point, I'm thinking, because let's just say on the low end, I sell like 20 copies of like the preview edition, because I don't know. I'm thinking about just planning on selling it in person at For the Fans Fest, and then using it in like the issue 1 promo campaign or something. I don't know. I'm still like sorting all that out.
Yeah.
Suddenly I'm imagining, okay, what if, because looking at my pace with my job and everything, how much work can I actually get done realistically? If I'm going to do like 1 issue a year, could it be like a 30-ish page issue instead of like I was planning on 60 pages as the first issue? And I'm like, maybe not. Maybe I need to revise that a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea, especially because if this is your first foray in doing your own book, writing, doing all the artwork, and you have a full-time job.
Yeah. But at that point, should the preview edition be 13 pages? Because at that point, it's almost half the length of the first issue. What's the point of having it? Right? Or selling it physically?
Well, you could do what's called an ash can and just have less pages. Do the 12, but have 5 pages in your ash can with a cover and maybe some character sketches and designs in it, and then you can give those away or sell them for super cheap at the convention, like 50 cents or $1. And then it's you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It's a preview, and then people are getting a physical, something in their hands. Like they used to do that at the cons all the time. I remember when Eric Larson did an ash can of all of his upcoming books that were coming out, at the time. And, and it was a little anthology ash can. And there was only 5 pages in each one. But that's what an ash can is, just, 2 or 3, 5 pages.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to use your whole story. They just get a glimpse of it. Or it could be 3 pages plus a cover and sketches and stuff. So you fill up a little 5-page ash can.
If it's 5 pages, it would end on this page, which I like this. I kind of like all my pages. You know what I mean? I like my babies.
Then that way you get it done and you don't give away the story. People still get a preview. And then you could...
Sorry.
Pardon me? Go ahead.
Continue. Sorry, I was going to cut you.
Oh, then you could still, then you have more pages and you could showcase those whenever you want or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in the same boat as you on what to do on the my crowdfunding. My campaign. I was wanting to launch it in August, but I just kept piddling around and not getting stuff done. And then also I wasn't sure, did I want to just launch it with like 5 pages or something like that, plus covers and things, or finish the whole issue first.
Yeah.
And so I'm still debating what to do. I could launch it, like I'm almost done with the first 7 pages, and then I have a cover I was going to do. I could do a few covers by August, and then launch with that. And then David Williams is doing one of the variant covers, so I could have all that ready. But I also really want to have the book done, so then when the campaign closes, I can just send everything to the printer.
Yeah.
And fulfill quickly. So that's what I'm still deciding now, whether I should. And then in the meantime, I could showcase a lot of the artwork while I'm working on it on YouTube and get people, hopefully excited that way. So I'm still deciding, what I'm going to do as well.
Do you think it would rub people the wrong way if I ran like 2 different campaigns, right? If I ran a floppy campaign and like a thicker thing. Because, okay, the story of Revenant Steel, it's a war, and there's going to be like 4 major battles, right, in this war. And so each chapter is going to cover one of them, and then, the ending, whatever. But I want 4 like chapters. And each one to be like 60 to 100 pages, right? If I could do a floppy campaign, and then 6 months later, once I have like more, once I have the second issue done, then run the second floppy. So every other floppy campaign would have like a thicker option in it,
Yeah. That, I don't think they'd get bent out of shape at all, but especially because every campaign is not the same.
Right. So then every year I would have a floppy campaign, and then every other year it would be like a bigger deal, because I would be selling like the collected edition, like for the 1, 2, 3, 4 like display edition, right?
Yeah.
That you would collect one at a time. And that might justify my producing this 13, because man, the 13 pages really, I think, winds it out, because it ends on a nice splash of action. And I feel like once you get to that point, you pretty much know what you're in for, and you're in for the ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that seems great to me, especially when you especially if you make sure you share that really well with the fans, with the people.
Yeah.
So they know what you're going to be doing, and I think that'd be a great way for them to get excited about it.
Yeah, like really iron that out. Have it be like part of the promotion so that like when I run those floppy campaigns, it's like this is, for collectors / people that want to be up to date quicker on the story and what's happening. And that'll also kind of encourage me while I'm writing these things to be, where are my cliffhangers? Where are my action beats? Because right now I'm thinking like every 3-4 pages, make sure I'm like, hitting a nice, this is.
Yeah, exactly. And then it always keeps you in the groove. You don't have any. It's not too much you have to put out, and it's not too little.
Right.
And you're still able to get out the kind of story that you want with that. And you get stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you really are set on showing them the 13 pages at the Fan Fest, that would work with that too.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds great to me. I don't have this is my first campaign too, so I don't have a lot of experience on that kind of marketing stuff. But I don't know, it seems pretty cool to me.
I'm just I brainstorm too much almost, and I need to just go ahead and do it. So I'm at the point now where I'm like, get the pages done. You know what I mean? I'm like holding myself hostage, like do the backgrounds, draw the clouds.
Which is a great way to think about things, because my friends tell me all the time, and I'm hearing all the time, is like you're putting up your it's something viable product. Your dang it, it's a term. Basically, you're going to print or whatever with your dang it, what is the term? And what it actually means is actually in the term. You're just going ahead and doing what you're doing quickly, and putting out a good product, but quickly. It's the least, not the least viable product.
I'm trying to be efficient.
Yeah, and then you start small and you go from there. You need to have a product out first, so then you can iterate from there.
Yeah,
and that's a big business thing. And you could do it with that. Man, what's it called? Not the least viable product. The viable product term. Yeah, minimum viable product. That's what it's called. The MVP. And so you put that out quickly on the market, so you can start getting feedback. And it's not the final complete thing, but it's complete enough to market and put out there. And then you start getting feedback from that. The minimum viable product. Yeah.
So that's where John Mallon can really like tear into my lettering. That seems to be like one of his like big things. Whenever he's reviewing a book, it's always like, where are your bubbles? How you lettering?
Yeah, lettering. I mean, all that stuff is important. Lettering, your storytelling. I mean, how you draw all of the stuff. Yeah, comic books is like it's great because you have like a major budget, create a major budget film, but then you have to have it be quality, so that's the major budget film. The writer, director, the artist, the cameraman, all of it. But then it has to be good enough so people want it.
Yeah.
Here,
like I was saying on my I do afternoon shows, and one of the ones recently I was like, I'm trying to tell people I have the sauce. You know what I mean? And these people, they're like, I don't know if this dude has the sauce or not. You know what I mean? But I got to convince them to taste the sauce and believe in myself.
And it's great what you're doing with YouTube, because you should get on there and show them.
Yeah.
All the time, show them.
Well, and then that's how you build.
What?
It proves I'm not AI.
Exactly. And that you have skills. And maybe they want to purchase those skills.
Oh, who knows? Who knows if I'm ever going to like work for other people? We'll find out.
Yeah, you just keep going one step at a time. Will says you're good people. I mean, Rosario says you're a good people scribe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've hung
And
out a couple of times. We were on you were on Elliot's too, right?
Scribe says you should do what you want to do. There, your idea that you had.
Let me turn on the comments over here so
And
I can actually see what's up.
oh, for the first time, just stick with one campaign. What?
Mm-hmm. No, I was working on like a whole other story too. Like before this one, I got like 4 different stories. You mentioned my Avatar guy, and that's a whole other story.
Hey, man, I feel you. My original plan for Triple Threat and this stuff was to do an anthology of all of the stories that I have, or not all of them, but at least the ones that I have pretty much fleshed out. And it was going to be like a 30-page book or something, or a 36-page book or something, but with 5-page anthology stories to introduce all the projects that I had, that I like. And then that's what I did. Triple Threat I called them the 5-page minis. But by the time I was done with Triple Threat, I'm like, you know what? I should just do a whole issue and then, do finish that one campaign of the miniseries and then start the next project. So then I expanded it from there. So I understand what it means, man. I have all these other stories I want to work on. I think how I fixed that was on this campaign. I like to do like the 36-page, a 38-page initial story, and then have a 10-page backup story that introduces in each issue of the miniseries a different story project I have. And then by the end of the whole campaign of all 5 out of the whole miniseries is done, then like have like a vote and see what next project people would most like me to work on.
See, and I was thinking about having a stretch goal, right? Where I would create posters, basically, advertisements for each of the other stories, right? You got Barely Legal, The Amalganoid, or Release, okay? And I was going to create like, okay, by the time I'm done with the first issue of Revenant Steel, I will have had time, hypothetically, to produce a preview book of one of these other stories. And I could have the audience vote which one would be included for free, you know what I mean, to those who purchase the first issue of Revenant Steel. So you could have a legal drama in a world where animals are able to get jobs and a literal bear, becomes a lawyer, okay? Or you can have this trippy, like, sort of superhero sci-fi fantasy that takes place in your consciousness. Or you can have, like, the futuristic sort of Release is the biggest and coolest story in my opinion, but we'll see.
Well, that's a great idea. Then it gives them, they can check it out, and it gives you an opportunity to find out which one of the fans wants you to work on next. Which
one resonates?
Yeah, and then you get the benefit of putting it out there because you're doing a pinup of them and stuff for them to. So it's kind of out there by doing that. Not the whole story yet, but
the idea, the concept.
Yeah, enough for them to, pick a concept.
And they'll be like, this dude has a variety of sauces, actually. We really like this first sauce that he came out with, but then he came out with other flavors. Yeah, and you're not just like a one-hit wonder. Some people can do that, and I admire that. Like, McFarlane on Spawn and, Eric Larson on Dragon. That's great that they can like that character enough to keep it going that long, because that's impressive, the issue count. But I'm not like that. I have all these other ideas that I want to produce also. I want to be like the Tarantino of comic books, where by the end of my career, I have this many different stories and they're all bangers, Yeah. Yeah, me too. I just want to do more. I don't want to just do one.
and then maybe revisit one of them, if I have time.
It's a tempting
That's why
thought.
I would love to produce, if I make enough money on the first one, to have enough to produce a second one. So I'm working on the next one of my stories, then hire like a writer and artist to work on a third one. And because that's the only way. I don't know how long these things are going to take me, but it'd be
Right.
nice that they're out.
That's the other thing is like, what if I could find a better artist to draw one of my other stories?
Yeah. And then your stuff is out, you're writing it, or you're co-plotting it with a writer or whatever, but it's whatever you decide to do, more of your stuff is getting out there.
Then I get a call from HBO,
Exactly. Now you're thinking, because you're getting stuff done.
Exactly.
And that's all what it's all about too, because it takes a lot of energy to get yourself to get this stuff done. But then when you do it, when you just get up there and do it, it gives you energy,
Right.
to do more.
Gives you power.
And that's what I'm finding too, like especially doing anything, working on a new page, getting on something else. It's definitely easy to shy away from it, especially when you're tired. But then when you just do it, then you and get past that, that tired point, and then it's awesome. So what time is it where you're at right now?
It's about 5:52.
Where are you anyway?
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, okay. Ohio. I haven't ever been to Ohio before. I've
Where are
been,
you at?
gosh, I don't even know if I've been. I don't know my North American geography that well. Because I've been to
Well, do you know where the lakes are?
yeah, the Great Lakes.
Yeah, imagine that, but just like a little south in the middle of that. You know what I mean? Like if
Ah.
the chicken head, if it's a big turkey, I'm on the back between like the shoulder blades. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess I've been close. I've been to Illinois and Indiana.
So that's north of me. Like so,
Okay. Gotcha.
Ohio's right below Michigan there. And Michigan's the one that's a glove. Or an
okay. Yeah, I've been close. Okay. So you
I'm on
got
the
cold
wrist of
weather.
the oven mitt that's petting the turkey.
You even have creative geographical locations to so it's just like it's a total thing that supports you being an artist and a creator.
Maybe.
That's how it is. So yeah, I've been close to Ohio. So it must get pretty cold where you're at in the winter.
Occasionally. It's whatever you're used to, right? So I remember like feeling colder living in other places, like Virginia. Man, sometimes, and if you have the infrastructure to deal with that sort of thing, because I guess Ohio's not terribly moist. We get like lake effect stuff, but then I grew up in Virginia, and that's more wetlands,
Okay.
So then when the winter hits, it's more dangerous,
Oh yeah, because all the ice on the road.
But then as a result, everyone knows how to drive in the snow. So then you go down to North Carolina, for instance, where it snows once a decade, and when it does, nobody knows what to do, and they'll, be spinning out on a half inch of snow, powder covering the roads.
Yeah. Normally that is the case, but when I was living in Washington State, I mean, it rains over there all the time.
Oh yeah.
but still nobody knows how to drive in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
And people that live there for years, they do not know. I was driving to work so many times in the morning. There were so many accidents, man. I was like, it was like, I'm like, really? You'd think like they'd know how to drive, you know? But yeah, they do not.
But how many people that live in Seattle grew up in Seattle? Because you got Microsoft out there. Who else? You got a bunch of
oh, you got a bunch of video game companies.
Oh yeah,
like a ton of video companies. Amazon,
they come from all over.
Yeah, Amazon. All I know is that when it does get sunny out there, oh my gosh, it turns from like the land of the undead to like heaven, because everybody's out. Like in a matter of one day, everybody's out on their bikes, riding their bikes, walking, playing in the parks.
Is that suddenly in Seattle?
Suddenly one day there was nothing, and the next day like all these butterflies are out, and you know, eagles flying around. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, man.
Because like it rains like over 200 days a year.
Yeah, but you're right there at the ocean, so everything remains somewhat consistent, right? I went up there for like a week back in the day because a buddy of mine, Ryan Dubay is here. Ryan Dubay. But anywho.
Oh, cool.
I went there for like a week because a buddy of mine was looking at the University of Washington, right? So I showed up and I just kind of picked restaurants to go to while I was up there and hung out. But it's a cool city, man.
Oh, it's a very cool city. Yeah, I love that place. Got great food, great, and especially for me with coffee, it's a great, of course, one of the coffee capitals of the United States.
See, and I'm used to there being like in Virginia, you don't know, or at the time, because this was back in the day, you might not have a great cup of coffee at every restaurant, you know. But I asked a guy one time, I'm like, how's the coffee here? And he looks at me like I was from outer space. He's like, this is Seattle, sir.
Yep.
Like,
and I do like that a lot because that's kind of like where the coffee culture started with Starbucks, all that kind of stuff in Seattle.
Yeah.
You know, so it's got it's got, you know, it's earned its chops, which I appreciate because in Europe, I mean, it's a coffee capital in all of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody just loves it out here, and not just love it, they go to have coffee for hours.
So where are you at?
Well, right now I'm in Serbia.
Serbia.
And
do they speak a different language in Serbia?
Serbian.
Oh, interesting. What's that related to as far as like other languages?
Well, Yugoslavian language. Languages like Macedonian, Bosnian, Croatian, Montenegrin, Bulgarian, a little bit related to Czech, Polish.
Oh,
they're still different, but it's all a part of like the Slavic languages. It's Russian is a little bit further removed.
Okay,
but they have a few similar words like Dobro jutro is all through the Balkans. Balkans is pretty much good morning. You know, it might be different like in Macedonia it's Dobro utro, but it's pretty much the same thing. But in Russian it's almost the same thing. I think it's like Dobro jutro. Yeah, it's almost the same. But then you go up in Czechia and it's a Dobry Rani. Dobry Rano. It's here that means early, but there it means morning. But yeah, it's the Slavic branch of languages.
Yeah.
But they're not Russian, they're at all. So everybody likes to think like when they think of the people in the Balkans, it's all, you know, the Yugoslavian, former Yugoslavia.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone over here is so like they say, oh, our language is different. You know, like from Macedonian to Serbian, from Serbian to Croatian. But they're pretty much almost like, especially between Serbia and Croatia, it's pretty much the same language. They just have different words here and there, and different accents or maybe dialects. So yeah. Like
tell Ryan to get in here.
What?
Ryan was talking about, I think, doing some sort of like drawing session studio thing. I think one of the last times I saw him around.
Oh, you mean like what we're doing?
Yeah, like what we're doing.
That's awesome. This would be great to do, man. Like to have like a virtual studio.
Because that's gonna act like that kind of works, right? As far as shading this dude in, because he's like hunched
What?
over or whatever. I gotta add some like lines here. Just trying to figure out where the heck I need to add my lines. You know. I think the hardest part of drawing is figuring out where to put the lines.
I don't do lines anymore.
You don't use lines when you draw?
Like not shading lines.
Oh,
like
I know what you
offsetting
mean,
and
but
stuff?
I'm just making a joke about like all artwork is made of lines.
Yeah, but I was going by what you were putting down.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do lines anymore. I just paint. Which I do actually paint. Like one of the covers I'd like to have on my book, one of the variant covers is a painted cover.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sweet.
Because I worked a lot in video games, and so I did a lot of a lot of the concept design they do is all digitally painted, with no lines or anything like that. They're just using form and shading and special effects, and you could do it especially easy digitally. So I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe one of the variant covers will be that. Are you going to have any variant covers for your book?
It depends on if I can find an artist who wants to do one. Because so far, like I've been drawing this on Omer Glitch's channel too. And so Art of Roy's been in the chat, like kind of being like, hey, you should do this or whatever. Like he seems to want to give me advice and stuff like that. Like he seems interested in Revenant Steel. And I don't blame him. It's a very strong property. It's incredible IP. But I messaged him at one point. I'm like, dude, because he had a cover idea. He's like, you should think about doing something like this for the cover. I'm like, well, do you want to draw it for me? And of course he says no, because I don't think he agrees to do anything. I don't blame him, but, And then I messaged Peter Gilmore, but I had messaged him in the midst of that whole Ethan Van Sciver cover giveaway contest thing. And so as I get closer to like doing a first issue, I might reach out to him again because I think he could do like a really cool cover for me.
Oh, nice.
But I don't know. He never messaged me back, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm in the process of that too. I don't know. David's going to do one for me, but I'd like to get another artist to do one. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I'd ask right now.
Yeah.
So, but that's a later decision.
And that's another thing where I think doing the preview campaign could attract more eyeballs, and there might be another, and I'll put the line out there, the hook, be like, hey, if there's any artists out there who want to, do one of those.
Exactly.
Come to some agreement as far as, page rate plus percentage of sales on your cover, blah, blah, blah,
Heck yeah, that is. All that kind of stuff is great for all that kind of marketing. Especially, with art, because they see in the art, they start getting inspired, and like Ryan did, how awesome they think it is.
Yeah.
And then you suddenly have a lot of people wanting to do stuff for you. Let's see here. Zever commented, "Hey guys, hey, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for dropping by." Oh, he likes your artwork.
I don't blame him.
So see, you're doing some good stuff.
I think there are some things I do really well, like undeniably, and then there's going to be moments, and we'll see if people point them out when they see it, where it's like, hey, this.
Yeah, it's kind of all people. A lot of people will have stuff like that. I mean, like
when John Manlin drew the horse, and everyone looks at it, and it's like, that's not a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, yeah, even artists that you like, like, wait a second, that's terrible. Do something, everything isn't a home run.
Right. And that's
Like for a
encouraging.
long time, I love John Byrne stuff, but he was doing. I really get annoyed when artists don't proportion out the character, and like the halfway point of a character is supposed to be at their crotch. So the from the top of their head to their crotch is half of them, and the crotch of their feet is half the other half. So John Byrne was drawing like misproportioned characters all the time, like in big heads, and I'm like, I was, so to me that was like, a mess up. But that's, and he's John Byrne, but everybody, majority of the time they have their home runs, but occasionally it'll be, what the heck they draw it that way for?
John Byrne's one of those guys, like, Superman. I think I was really into Superman before Green Lantern became my favorite character, and I had the whole Man of Steel, all the issues. I still do around here somewhere, but most people got into John Byrne with the X-Men, but all those people are like 8 to 10 years older than me.
Yeah, I got into John Byrne and Captain America.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So that was my first John Byrne stuff. I collected about 3 or 4 of those issues, like when he was battling Baron Blood, and when Union Jack was guest starring, and then the last issue that he did a origin story of Captain America, and that was awesome, man. I think that's where they got the part of the story for the movie from.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was my first, and then after that it was Avengers, and then after that it was X-Men. But man, I love that dude. Like when he was working on he was working on 3 or 4 different books at the time he was doing X-Men. He was drawing X-Men, he was drawing Captain America, he was drawing the Avengers, and he was drawing and writing the Fantastic Four.
What a monster.
Yep. He produced a whole book in a week, less than a week, like 4 or 5 days. And so he would do it that way instead of like work on, because he'd finish about 3 or 4 pages a day.
How's his handshake?
I don't know.
My pants do not need belt loops, Zever. Okay? They don't need to make any sense at all.
Oh yeah, he wrote that here too. He said, yeah, pants.
I know, I'm reading the chat. I don't like the way they look.
Oh, Roy would be awesome for a cover. Hit up Andy Smith or Lepresti. They fit your style.
Did dudes have belt loops back in the Middle Ages, or did they have some other mechanism for keeping the pants up? I'm thinking.
I don't know. You gotta Google that. Yeah, ask AI.
Because this is my own fantasy world. What if in this world, people had a bigger like flap on the hip, right?
So that's great. You could do stuff like this. It's your own rules. That's another reason why I love fantasy or science fiction. You can make whatever rules up you want.
And it looks a little stupid. I don't know. I'll decide if it looks stupid or if I keep it. What do you think of that? Belt loops come from ancient times, he says. They have always existed.
Ancient times. This is like a fantasy time, not ancient time.
Yeah, dude, this is like a whole other parallel world, bud. They don't even need belt loops. These pants, these are magic belts. How about that?
Yeah.
He has yoga pants.
His wife's a witch, and she like waves her wand every morning when he's getting dressed.
You're all right. Where's the belt loops gonna go then?
What is it? Scribe says Quest, West Coast Avengers run was the best. Oh, not Vision Quest, but Vision. Yeah, that one was okay. I forgot. John Byrne was on Avengers twice. I liked his first run the best though, but he did a good job on West Coast. And then next man, yeah.
This other guy has his belt over his shirt, like his shirt's coming underneath of it a little bit. So I'm going to leave him with no loops.
And also, who's to say they had belts, back in then, like in medieval times. I don't think they had belts.
Right? They probably just tied it off. Do they
Says
look
one
too
had
modern
yoga.
with this belt? Do I need to do away with the belts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't recall.
I'm keeping them. This civilization understood belt technology before, we did here on this planet. See? Swap for suspenders, he says. Maybe I'll give one dude suspenders. I'll give somebody else suspenders. I'll make it part of his look.
Well, in the Middle Ages, in the 6th century, they did have belts.
Right, because they had their pockets on the outside hooked onto the belt, right? They would have different things, all their doodads. People used to carry doodads around with them more often than we do nowadays.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know if they had...
Scribe says have one
big
character
bags.
with no
They had
pants.
big bags. Daily and military attire for men. That was like in the 6th century, man. In the 500s.
All kids of the future wear their pants inside out. Scribe
says yoga pants, hot pants, swap car suspenders.
Four suspenders.
I don't think that's how you spell suspenders. Just kidding. How about a character with no pants? Call him No Pants Joe.
Yeah, call him No Pants Joe. I could have a dude lose his pants in the middle of the battle. That could be a couple of
That
pages.
would be, yeah.
That'd be fun.
And then everybody would run away because, no. All kids of the future wear their pants inside out. I guess you will Scribe wears pants backwards like crisscross. I don't know how we're going to pee, though.
Crisscross will make you jump. Do they have any other songs than that? Or is it just the one?
No, I don't know.
How long you been over there in Serbia?
I've been in Serbia for almost 3 months.
Okay. And before that, you were just your whole life in America?
No, I've been living in Europe for the past 10 years.
Ah.
So
And it's easier to move around between countries over there with the way things are?
yeah. I mean, yeah, it was, you just hop in a car or a bus or something on a plane, and they're all pretty close. Like the last few years I've been in the Balkans, so mostly like using Macedonia as my home base. And then when it's time to leave, I'll go to Bulgaria, or that's how I came here. I was supposed to be in Bulgaria, then I came to Serbia instead. And I just drove here. And then next week I'd like to go to Macedonia. And then before then, but I've been, then when I first moved, I was, of course I flew here. Then I took a bus to Prague, took a plane to Ireland, and then a really quick plane from Southern Ireland to the UK to London. So yeah, it's all really quick. It only cost like $25 to take a plane from Cork to London.
That is sweet, man.
And then I took a bus from like Paris to southern France, like Rouen. It was like a 7-hour bus ride, and then the train all the way down southern France. So there's so many different ways to get around. And relatively speaking, the countries are a lot closer. I mean, of course, unless I drove to Portugal right now, that would take like 3 days. But Of course, it's a lot smaller than the United States.
Yeah.
Like from one end of the country, United States, it could take you like you'd have to drive 3 days straight, like no sleeping, to get from one side of the United States to the other, or 3 weeks driving normal.
Yeah, if you have someone switching off, I think the longest car drive I've ever been on is like 26 hours, 27 hours. And that's when we were going to Memphis. Or no, we were going to like maybe Florida from Memphis. It was a crazy trip, man. We went from it was Virginia to Memphis to Florida. Maybe that was it.
Whoa.
I forget.
Yeah, United States is big, man.
Yeah, especially when you're zigzagging it, I guess. But yeah, I need to get out more because I grew up in Virginia, and now I'm in Ohio, and I'm so close to things like the Bourbon Trail down in Kentucky. You know, I'm close to the Great Lakes. I'm closer to Chicago. I'm closer to all these other things that I didn't have access to before. But I don't really leave my house. You know, I'm busy with a comic book.
Well, it's difficult when you got a job and a family, and then you're also doing comic book on the side.
Yeah,
You don't have any time to travel. That's the reason. Another reason one of the reasons I moved here was because, and ended up moving here instead of just visiting sometimes, because I was always so busy, and then it was always so expensive to move to visit Europe. So I figured, why not just live there, and then it's all around me, and then even if I don't get out, just walk to the city center. It's Europe. Or when I do get out, there's Europe. The things are pretty close.
right. And I went to Europe for a week in 2013, and it was friggin' that was probably the last time I ever traveled alone. It was the best.
It's tough to travel alone when you got a family, but again, when your kids grow up, you'll have like a second life.
I have a whole other rebirth. I just got to keep this body working right.
Exactly. That's the difficult, the not so easy key. But it's doable. Let me check here. Okay. We don't want to know that, Scribe. It's especially we don't want to have to imagine anything. Chris Cross had a Sprite song. Oh, okay. Okay, they're still on the pants thing. So sag his pants. I don't think I ever sagged my pants. Oh, yeah, it does take hours to drive out of Texas. It took me 12 hours to drive from the border of Texas to Dallas. 12 hours, and just halfway through the whole state. Like, Texas is huge.
Oh yeah, man.
It'll probably take you like a full day to drive from one end to the next. Well,
I want to go to Texas. I think the farthest west I've ever driven is like Louisiana. I went down to New Orleans for a minute or two. That was fun.
I still like to go there. I was next to it, but I didn't ever go there. The closest I've been to, is Texas, and then I went to Atlanta one time.
Oh yeah, I went to Atlanta back in 2005 and went to Dragon Con.
Yeah, I was at Dragon Con also.
Yeah.
But like long before 2005.
Back in the OG days of Dragon Con. Back when they were actual dragons. Back when people cared.
Exactly. And I met
it wasn't just a hedonistic costume contest party.
Yeah, it was awesome. I hung out with that's when I met Steve Root in person. And he checked out I think that was when I met Steve Root. Maybe it was another time. But for sure I hung out with the Gaijin guys with the same studio Adam Hughes used to belong to, and Brian Selfries.
Do I even need to draw any more background here? Because there's going to be a word balloon on the left side of his head, right?
Yeah, you need to draw more
Damn
background there.
God damn it.
Unless you leave it open because of quote unquote storytelling purposes.
Right. I could be like, look, it just kind of fades out, you know, into nothing.
Especially if it is going to have a big word balloon there.
Yeah.
Sisters in Cleveland are cool. Maybe. I haven't been there.
Word
You can't leave
balloon.
your house without a belt. Okay. And pants.
Gotta have pants.
Yeah. Europe is great to party in. Okay. Okay. Goth nerds. Goth nerds in Europe. Scribe was not ever a goth nerd.
Who I wasn't either, I'll be honest.
You were?
No. I had more of a school shooter aesthetic going on. I was just sort of like a loner with a coat.
Ah, okay. But thankfully you weren't angry. Or else
I was angry. I actually had to switch up my whole style after Columbine. Because people were talking. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to wear my coat. My coat's awesome. Okay.
What was it, a military coat?
It was like a, duster, like, trench coat thing. It was pretty freaking sweet.
Oh, like a trench coat?
Yeah.
Oh, I love trench coats. Get to use them a lot over here.
People are like, are you McGruff the crime dog?
Trench coats are awesome if the rest of your wardrobe goes with them. If they do not go with them, then they will consider you a possible shooter.
Right. I was like Silent Bob with it. I was like wearing a Superman shirt. I had 8 different Superman shirts, one for like every day of the week, and I'd be wearing them under my trench coat and walking around and drawing.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely has the shooter aesthetic.
Yeah.
Well, I guess many people are happy that you changed it up a little bit. You decided to try some new fashion, new fashion ideas.
Will at least has a little bit of empathy,
I'll give people an update on mine. Here's some update on my inking.
There you go. Looking good.
Well, thank you.
Nice jacket. Nice badass jacket.
Thanks. So we're talking about the trench coat. She's got a purple trench coat.
That's what I'm saying. My sense of style was, good. It's just those guys screwed it up.
Totally. I love trench coats, man. That's the last coat that I wore. When it rains, you need a trench coat. Of course, when you're in Paris and have a trench coat and it rains, you also need an umbrella because my trench coat was not waterproof. That was not fun.
So I got to put something behind this guy, maybe along the wall back here. Something that wouldn't look weird getting like obscured by a balloon.
What about a window?
But on the other side of that wall is like the kitchen back room area because he comes in through the
Okay.
front door that faces the street.
Well, people don't usually keep track of stuff like that. They accept whatever you put on the page as long as it looks decent. So you could put whatever there, and nobody's going to try to pull out the tape measure and compare it to other panels to know if that was really supposed to be there.
Here's the thing, though. What if I create a pass-through window so that whoever's in the kitchen can set food out, and then I can put food in the pass-through window, and then it'll feel like it's an even more lived-in space.
Exactly. There you go.
Perfect.
That works very well.
And I can use it to frame this guy's head because I kind of like it when I'm able to put shapes around people's heads. You know?
Oh, I love that too because I'm all about composition and pointing the reader.
And it happens. I'm like, God, I'm actually smart. I'm actually good at this.
What up?
What's up? Where's your camera?
I'm at work.
Oh, well, you still got to show the camera because we got to see what you're cooking.
I don't have a camera in this thing, dude.
What's cooking?
You
Oh,
cooking?
Good looking.
You cook for your job?
yeah, I am a baker. I work for myself, so I do pastry
That's
stuff.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Thanks
made
for
a key
coming
lime
on.
pie today.
What's up?
I made a key lime pie
Ooh.
technically yesterday, but I've been eating it today.
Send some of that. Send me some, my friend. Send it. I love key lime.
Well, it's been forever, but I bought like a bunch of limes and I completely forgot about them. So I'm like, what am I going to do with all these limes?
Ben Soto. Did you make a curd? Like a lime curd?
Ben Soto, man, what's up?
Yeah.
Nice.
I used like
I
12
like the way that sounds. A curd.
Oh, yeah. Because I just kind of, I don't know.
Did you ever have that Japanese key lime pie?
No, what do they do to it?
They use like the agar jelly instead, but with the crust. And they mixed like I think they use like it's not good for you because they use a high fructose cornstarch to make it like kind of chewy and not too jello-y because agar is like a jello.
Ooh, because you're kind of making like a marshmallow at that point, right?
No, it just makes so agar is like a natural gelatin made from plants. That's what Japanese use for all their gelatin like desserts and stuff. But it's not going to be as jello-ish, so it'll be more custardy with the corn syrup because it like gives it that chew almost. Yeah, but it's not good for you because it's got a lot of corn, the high fructose corn syrup.
I mean, none of it's good for you. You're
No,
pouring
I'm
sugar
just-
into your veins.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, it's just I'm trying to stop. I eat sweets all the time and I work with it, so it's tough,
Why?
man.
The problem with making it yourself and just having the whole pie in front of you is that I'll take a fork and just start taking bites of it and then start working like in little slivers. It's like the doomsday clock, you know?
I
It's
know.
just counting down little by little, and before you know it, I've eaten half the pie.
I know. I can't make apple pies and cherry pies, dude. I'll eat the whole damn thing. I'll eat it all.
I gotta force myself to freeze one of them because I made 2 of them. I just juiced and zested all the limes that I had, and then I'm like, how much pie can I make out of this? And part of me's like, if I have too much of the filling, I could make cookies with them too, you know.
Yeah, make little sandwich cookies, little sables.
And I have a bunch of the zest left over, right? So I could make some sort of like limey, spritzy, like a crispy sort of sugar cookie, right?
Yeah, you can make a butter cookie or a sable. Just freeze it. Freeze the zest. It'll last for
Keep
like
for a little
months.
while.
Yeah, it'll last for months.
I'll do that.
Where Ben is at, it's like all the pastries, man. It's Europe.
Yeah, they got a lot of pastries over here.
Best. Oh my god! And as soon as you get to like up north, like more like Russia area, even like Poland, it's like the pastries get like it's like every region's different. Especially when you get to like Belgium and in Italy. Oh man, Italy, we have the best, bro. Italy's got the best pastries.
France. French pastries are awesome. Italian
French, Italians,
pastries.
yeah. Oh, it's the best.
Portuguese. Oh, they're all
Portuguese
amazing.
good too. Yes, Portuguese are great. But I was just in Lisbon, which is like the outside of Portugal, like across the bridge. It was like the weird area, but they had, oh man, good stuff.
So
Yeah,
you
good
make
food.
all your pastries?
Me? Yeah. Well, I used to be
Yeah.
a chef at a restaurant, and then I kind of left that and wanted to do my own thing, work for myself. So
Yeah,
I-
man.
I do this. I do a little graphic design on the side. Yeah. So
See, and I became a bartender because I got tired of cooking and I wanted to do my own thing.
Bartending's tough, dude.
Dude,
Oof.
bartend, I can kind of turn my brain off. I just got to be likable,
You
and
make a lot of
move.
money. You can make a lot of money as a bartender.
Well, that's the other thing is I'm making definitely more money than I ever did cooking.
yeah.
Yeah, their bartenders make a lot of money.
Well, it depends what you do in a restaurant. Like, I was executive chef. I was
See, I never
doing
put that
everything.
much. That much.
That's when you
work in.
start making money, especially only in corporate. When it's like, I worked at Michelin spots, and it was just I wasn't making shit as a sous chef, even like a chef de partie for like as a pastry. That was my last gig for a high end spot. It wasn't making that much, but you're just working like 60 hours a week.
See, and that's where what was so disheartening because I came out of culinary school, and
never
I
went.
didn't finish culinary school. I just
Oh, good.
dropped out and
Good. It's a waste.
yeah,
It's a waste.
got a job at a nice restaurant. You know what I mean, and just started working. But yeah, nobody was making any money, and I was expected to learn how to speak Spanish. I was kind of like, go bartend.
Yes, my father had a pizzeria growing up, so I was always around food, and
Mhm.
when I moved to Cali for music, once like that deal went away, and I was like actually on my own, and I didn't have because I went out there for like studio stuff, and I've worked in studios and doing like ghost drumming and stuff like that, and then they put you up for like housing, and I didn't work, so I was just like doing that. It was great, but once that's done, after like a year, you have to look for something. So I went to work at a restaurant, and I already know how to cook. And that's while I wasn't on tour, I wanted extra money. So I worked in a restaurant. So I just learned from that. I was going to go to culinary school during that whole process, but it's not worth it, dude.
It really isn't.
It's not worth it.
And
You
the
don't need
more I
it.
thought about it, the more I'm like, they got all these billboards up. Whenever you see a billboard for a culinary school, it's always in a low income area.
Yeah.
And it's like they really just want to train their slaves to be,
It's cool because I got into that like once I was done with the music career. I was like, okay, I need something now. I need to make a lot. I need to buy a house. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like you start like I can't live out of my suitcase anymore. Touring's great, but I was wasting money. It was coming in and leaving. So I was
Right.
like, okay, I gotta relax. Yeah, and then it's just I got really into the French style. It was real like military based. It was fun. I got into it, but then it burns you out, dude. It's kind of like touring and being a musician is burns you the hell out. Working, I'm telling working like those 50, 60 hours, especially when you first start
Oh yeah,
off.
man.
you know?
Especially I was working at a resort like up in Middleburg,
Soto.
Virginia at one point.
Oh, resorts are
And
crazy, dude.
They'll have you sleep they'll get you a room. So it's like, okay, then you take a 3-hour nap and you got to get back in the kitchen to do more prep work or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, you got to strip the time leaves. And the time is like weak, because sometimes you get the time in and you can strip it off easy. But then sometimes it's like it flexes and it bends and it's like I got to pick at it, and it's like I got to spend a freaking hour sitting here picking time because you guys want to have stuffing with time in it.
Well, that's why you got to work your way up like when I did. Then you can start yelling at those people.
Right.
And then become the asshole. And that's what happened. I became that guy.
It fucking sucks anyway. You guys don't even know how to make the goddamn stuffing after I picked all the time.
We don't want to do it anymore. We're like, we already did this shit. We don't want to make like beef Wellington. For what? Nobody buys that shit anyway.
Right. Beef Wellington sucks.
It's retarded.
I mean,
it's
I kind of like beef Wellington, but
yeah, it's good. Yeah,
there's other less labor intensive things that you could make that are equally as good.
It's not a glorious job like the show. Even Bear doesn't even compare to what real life like in a restaurant. Like you're there
Yeah.
from.
I couldn't watch The Bear because I'm like, I already lived through some of this.
Exactly.
Like, I saw a
It's like
clip.
I did
I'm
that,
like,
dude.
fuck this, you know. I got into fist fights over tomatoes one
Yeah,
time. You know what I
Trust
mean?
me. Oh, I know. I was telling stories with Ben a couple months ago with that stuff. It was funny. It's just like being a musician, bro, because it's all it is. It's roughnecks, you know. So like you're constantly trying to impress everybody, especially when you get to the top. You're like, you got critics coming in. You're like, make sure the wait staff is not looking like idiots or drinking. You're
Well, and then
babysitting
you got fresh
also.
off the boats Mexicans where you got to freaking dog eat dog. Like, you got to stand up for yourself in the yard. You know,
Dude,
what I mean? To a
I
certain degree,
ran a
too.
military gangster type vibe, bro. Like
Dude,
I had
sometimes
like no politics signs on the thing. I don't want no feeling talk. I don't care if your girlfriend broke up with you. I don't give a shit. Go home. Get the fuck out of here.
but like they wouldn't mess with me, but sometimes like we'd get a new person in and they would just start picking on them to see if they stood up for themselves, you know.
That's the best though.
It's just sort of the way they'll go clip his apron strings.
You know what I used to do? Take the tongs.
Yeah.
And you put them on the burner, right, and get them real hot, and then put them right back by the handle by the where the oven is, and be like, "Go, grab me the tongs, and then grab the tongs, and it'd be like singeing hot. Oh,
Right.
all kinds of make them drink like the spoon water, when you get the spoon.
You're soaking the spoon.
Dang.
Oh man, yeah, we used to haze people. Oh yeah, you gotta.
Ben
haze them.
Soto said hi to all three of us.
What
Yo,
up, Ben?
Hey, Will.
What is
What's
that?
up? Yeah, what's up, Will?
Soto brothers.
Oh, I guess he's only had baked pumpkin bread.
I love.
I guess that's his baking experience.
Did you roll it? Did you make a roll? Because those things, I love those things. I'll eat
Have
I
you
all
ever
never
had
had
of
a
them
good
all.
bowl.
Wait, Will, you're by the Amish belt, so you've had like good Amish food, right? Like baked goods.
I have seen them. I have, I need to make. It's like 90-minute drive.
Jersey.
It's another
there's
example.
a
I was
place in
talking
Jersey
earlier
that
about
has-
how I don't leave my house. That's a good example of.
Dude, you gotta look. It's not good for you because it's all made of butter. It's like southern type
but it's
of
good butter. I
I
did
know,
get
but
a
it's all
because I went
churned.
to one not too long ago, and I got a big log of butter. I got like this much left of it, but I wanted to get. I wanted to find a place that had a variety of flours, right? Because like you were talking about running a pizzeria. One of the things that I want to do is run a pizza business, right?
It's good. You should do it, dude. It's profitable, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like my wife is talking about starting up a little mini bakery business too and stuff like that. And so
you know why
initial thought-
pizzeria is profitable? There's it's very few ingredients to make a lot of money, especially if you had even like subs or whatever. But make good pizza is all about is just perfecting that dough and the fermentation, dude. All you sell is pizza. I know there's a spot in Pasadena. They work out of a little window. All they do is it's like one oven. All they do is sell pizza. And they make a killing, dude. There's always a line. That's
Dude,
it.
that's what I'm saying. And I
That's
think
it.
I have the perfect dough. I've been
There you go.
perfecting this thing for a while.
There you
I've
go.
been I got a good blend.
Find a niche though. Find like a flavor niche. Like don't go with the trends with this fucking hot honey. Excuse my French, guys. The hot honeys, don't like anything that's hot
Dude,
right now.
What
Don't
I heard though
go the
what I heard
opposite.
about
What's
was
up?
fermented garlic honey.
Yeah, but that's a fad. And it's going to be over in like a few months. Just like the
But
hot
if
honey
it's
thing.
delicious,
It is
maybe I'll
delicious.
make like one bottle of it.
You could have all these things, but don't sell your business on that. You know what I mean? Sell it just on a pizza. Just make your like margarita or whatever, like New York
Here's what
style.
I'm thinking about is having like only like 5 different, because if I'm doing a small time thing, if I'm doing like a truck,
Right.
then I'll have like a limited number of toppings. So I'll have like 5 pizzas, but one of them will be a rotating like specialty pizza.
Well, you're in Ohio. What's the
Yeah.
food in Ohio? What's like
They
the
like
fast
to do
food?
weird stuff, so I gotta
Incorporate that with a pizza, just one though. That's it.
yeah.
Make
So
it
just have,
Ohio
like,
based.
one or two specialties and have the core pepperoni. And that's the thing, dude. One of my pizzas needs to be like a freaking massive amount of pepperoni. Like
Get
one
like
of my
hot,
favorite.
yeah, get like a special type of hot pepperoni or like a good like
Yeah, they got this what's it called? It's
or
a
super
specific
sada.
type of pepperoni it was started by this Italian family here in Columbus that people are always like, "Oh, Ezzo pepperoni. Do you use the Ezzo pepperoni?" And there's like 3 places to get it here in the city.
Nice.
But it's some of the best pepperoni, right? But I'll cook a bunch of pepperoni separately from the pizza and then put it on there afterwards, right? So then the pizza doesn't get too greasy. It can maintain its structural integrity,
Oh, you
right?
cook it in a pan? I've seen
I
it
cook it in a
of
pan,
spots.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And then, but it's just a freaking
use
mouthful of pepperoni.
use the oil. You can make an aioli with the oil too. Oh, dude,
I haven't
getting
tried
hungry
that.
right now. Damn. Always talking about food, Ben. It's all
Yeah,
your fault.
pizza. That's a part of the channel, man. Got to be talking about food. And pizza, I think, is a great idea for open up a pizza shop. I mean, it's just pizza's awesome.
Ohio's a lot of Italians
Sunny
too.
Days with Gray Cloud says, "What's up, Will?" That he thinks you're cool.
Sunny day.
Oh
what
yeah,
up,
man. You ever go over to his channel?
Not yet.
He's a cool dude.
He's he's about positivity, positive vibes. He's the Sunny Day.
The whole thing, his whole name, yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, Ben
you were-
said he doesn't use a roll, but just a loaf. So he loves spreading butter on his loaf. So
Yeah.
Will, what you were saying doing well, actually what Ben said, you should do an ash can and bring it to the festival or
Yeah.
wherever from now on till your launch, even if there's like stuff by you or like little conventions,
Mm-hmm.
because you already have basically stuff done and you're doing black and white, right?
Exactly.
yeah.
There you
Plus, if you do a smaller ash can, that doesn't mean you can't release the 12 pages or 13 pages after that again.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, tons of ash cans of the same pages, or you can even do like
Well, the first issue is going to be, it's the first 13 pages of the first issue. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Gotcha. Yeah, you got basically stuff done already, so why not? Good idea.
Yeah, just get the stuff out there.
Make
People
sure
can
you
check it
actually
out and
do
just like go, whoa. They'll do that same effect is whoa. That'll be the reaction.
What time, Ben, what
It's
time is it
awesome.
over there?
What?
What time is it over there?
It's 12:43.
Oh shit.
12:43.
in the afternoon?
And over there, no, past midnight.
That's late.
Yeah, I think I'm 7 hours ahead of Will, and 9 hours ahead of Rosario.
Yeah. I'm on the West Coast.
The West Coast. So it's like 3:45 over in California. In California, the place you ought to be.
Well, it used to
Man,
be.
don't know if anybody's gonna remember where that term came from.
No,
It
where
sounds
is that?
familiar.
That was
Say
the
better
Beverly
than
Hillbillies, man.
that?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
California is a
Say
place you
better
ought to
than
be. So I'd love to load up the truck and move to Beverly.
I remember what
Tell y'all a
watching
story about
as
a
a
man
kid.
named Jed. Poor country guy, barely kept his family fed.
Yeah. And one day he was looking at some food up from
He
the
was
ground,
hungry for
came
food.
bubbling crude.
Oil, that
See,
is.
see, we caught that at Nick at Night. That was like the reruns.
Mm-hmm.
We caught that.
Yeah,
at
man. The reruns. It was reruns in the 70s, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait a second. That's when it came out. No, it came out. I think it came out in the 50s because when it first came out, it was black and white.
The last generation that got all the best TV shows is probably Will and I's generation. That's it, because they don't do reruns of any shows, or they don't do that anymore because of streaming and whatever. But like,
Yeah,
I
we got reruns of rerun.
I grew up with everything from like the Honeymooners all the way to the 70s stuff. You know, like my favorite as a kid was like Three's Company. That was the best, bro.
Yeah, I was.
Like,
Well, I was.
You can't.
I was watching Three's Company when it was out.
It's
like,
the
the first
best
time.
show, dude. Like, it's so rewatchable. Like, oh, man, like both Mr. Furley and Roper, because they're both dicks in a way. Especially
Yeah.
Mr. Roper was the best. Like,
Oh
his
yeah,
wife-
man. It was awesome, man.
It was just the best dynamics, man. Like, and
All the
Larry.
faces he used to make.
Oh man, they don't make shows like that.
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts. Oh man, Mr. Furley, Don Knotts. Jesus.
Yeah, I watched Nuts from very first from the Andy Griffith Show.
Andy Griffith. Yep. I used to watch that Nick at Night. Yeah, man, they don't make that stuff. Even like All in the Family, that's probably the most hardcore sitcom
Oh
of
yeah,
all time,
dude,
man.
totally, man.
He was
And then
he
the
was the
spinoff from All in the
OG.
Family.
Was
the
Jeffersons.
The Jefferson Show.
Jeffersons, yeah, Jeffersons. was a
Jeffersons.
spinoff. And then the spinoff of the Jeffersons was Facts of Life.
Oh,
Well,
really?
Facts of Life was spinoff from the Jeffersons.
No. Wait, spinoff of the Jeffersons is what the hell was the spinoff of the Jeffersons?
Good Times?
No.
Oh, no,
That's
Good
before.
Times
Good
is-
Times is before. That's early.
Good Times is awesome. It was its own standalone thing.
So so like in the 70s and 80s, a lot of those shows connected. It's so weird, man.
Are you talking about the one with Red Fox in it?
No,
That's,
that was
That's Sanford and Son. That's old school.
yeah, Sanford stuff.
That's like 70s. Jeffersons were like 70s to the 80s.
I'm just throwing out black sitcoms.
Well, I think
No. It's like it's all it is All in the Family's connected to the Jeffersons. That's it.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Different Strokes.
No, oh yeah, Different Strokes is connected to Jeffersons too.
Yeah, because the rich guy was friends with Mr. Drummond.
That's right. Do you remember the episode of Different Strokes where the redhead got kidnapped? Remember when they got that dude kidnapped him and kept him in his house?
I
That
think
weird,
so.
that weird dude at the bike shop. It was like the double episode, and it was like what's his name? The kid from Terminator 2.
It was.
Yeah, it was the kid from Terminator 2, Little Sam, the redhead.
Oh
dude.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. That was
Man,
like,
that was that I remember that show. I used to watch that show all the time. And then like that show with Ricky Schroeder in the 80s.
Silver Spoons.
Yeah, Silver Spoons.
I'm telling you, it was all reruns when I was a kid. Like they played all that stuff, and like when I was a kid, it was more like Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah,
Uh,
I remember Mr. Belvedere.
That was my stuff, dude. Family
TV,
Ties.
man. I lived on the TV, man. I was always watching TV when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Family
Well,
Ties.
people live their
what
life
else?
according to the TV. I try to tell my daughter, it's like she's growing up in this age where everything's at your fingertips. You can watch whole
Yeah.
series. And I'm like, imagine having to wait a day for 30 minutes of each of these shows.
Yep. And then all the shows only come on once a week. You had to wait all week,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
And then when the fall came, they would do reruns, and you had to wait even longer for the brand new season to start.
Perfect Strangers
Yeah.
was another one I loved. I love that show.
Yeah, if you missed the show, you couldn't ever watch it again.
Yeah.
And then that's why when VCRs came out and you could record things, then that was our closest thing we had to streaming. And then you record all the shows on tapes.
Yeah, good old days.
But before then, we didn't even know what it was like to stream, man. We watched the show one time and that was it. Hey, man, do you remember that episode of the $6 Million Man? Yeah. No, man, I miss it. Oh, man.
So we saw that like I said, we grew up in the era of all those reruns of like, because Bionic Woman, Bionic Man, they were playing all that stuff nonstop. Great
You know, I
American
like
Hero,
Hulk,
the Hulk, Great American
Bill
Hero.
Murray.
That was I love Great American Hero, dude.
Oh, me too, man.
That was the best. My dad's like, I used to watch this. I was like, well, I'm watching it now as a rerun. This is great. Yeah,
That was so awesome.
The
And,
Hulk was probably my favorite too, because it was.
Yeah, I was too. And then remember Captain America?
I didn't see that. I don't remember that. I was
Captain
too
America
young.
and Spider-Man. I used to love Captain America.
I remember Spider-Man show. I rented it on like beta or VHS or some shit like that.
They put like his spider gauntlets on the outside of his costume, so I thought that was awesome. And
I love all
and
that
it was awesome the way they somehow figured out how to make him crawl up the walls, the walls of the buildings.
I remember as a kid they did at Nickelodeon. They played the Batman movie, the '60s Batman movie. It was like 1989 or 88.
Shoot, man. One time,
66.
Batman show would come on all the time, from the '60s, and I used to watch it so much, but it, of course, only came on once a week. That when my family came into town, they went to go visit the SeaWorld, and they took all of us, wanted to take all of us, and I said no because it was going to get in the way of my Batman watching time.
I actually
Yeah.
just bought it on YouTube. I bought the first season.
Oh, really? Yeah,
I
that's
could watch it
great.
again because I just remember sitting there and just like I love the campiness of it.
I think it was like '86. I think I first saw it, and then 3 years later, the movie came out. But I remember as the comics, it was different. Then when you watch it as a kid, you're like, because I read the comics first, and then saw the cartoon, and then the show, which was completely different.
Totally different.
I was like, what is this? This is funny. And I was like, this is kind of weird, but you loved it. And then they played that movie, the rerun of that movie, the 60s movie, the original. And I was like, this is great. And then when that '89 movie came out, I liked it a lot. I bought the soundtrack. The toys are great. Remember the toys? That's some cool.
Oh, yeah.
The toy business.
Yeah,
was
man.
awesome.
I did not like the.
I liked it because I was a kid, but then when you see it again, you're like, this is not good.
Remember Batman's cape with like a little ring clip on
Yes.
his neck? Stick it on there.
The Joker.
I was not a fan of the Michael Keaton Batman. I just
Well, we
did
were
not
we
like-
were young though, so it was different for us. So it was different, but it was, then when you get older, you're like, you're a teenager, like this sucks.
Well, I
Dude,
just
I
didn't
still
like it. I didn't even like it before I even saw it because when I heard Michael Keaton was going to be Batman,
Oh, he was the best part. No,
I just
dude. You didn't like
I love
him?
Michael Keaton as an actor, but not for
Mr.
Batman.
Mr. Mom is his best movie of all time. Mr. Mom is great.
Oh no, he Multiplicity was awesome too.
Multiplicity is great.
That was so good.
Gun Ho.
I love him as an actor, man, but not for Batman.
I liked him as the Bruce Wayne. Maybe not for Batman, but Bruce Wayne, he was cool.
He just wasn't dashing enough, or big enough, or buff enough.
I want to see nice thick muscles. No, I hear what you're saying,
Yeah.
But
but he
I
could
mean, a lot of
stare
people-
off into the
and
distance.
also I don't like the director. I didn't like his
Tim Burton.
his style.
Yeah, okay. So that came out right after, like I said, we were kids. So that came out right after Edward Scissorhands, and it was like, whoa, And I'm a huge fan of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, so I love that style. But yeah, it didn't fit. Like I'm saying, when you get like 14, 15, you're like, this sucks, dude. This is whack, bro.
Yeah, I just wasn't ever a Burton fan of any of his movies. So
What?
that was another reason.
You didn't
but-
like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, bro? That
No,
was
I never saw it.
best.
I need to
I
read.
didn't even know that Burton did that.
Yeah, well, it was Burton who directed it, and Phil Hartman and Paul Rubens wrote it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they were best friends. I
But
saw
I know-
the Paul Rubens reunion thing in 9, 10 out here, and then he died, man. When he died, that sucked.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He died like what, 3 years ago? A couple years ago?
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah, but I saw the last thing he did live. I was so happy, dude.
He
I'm a
was
huge
like
fan.
like a staple, a legend, man.
Huge fan, dude. Pee-wee's Playhouse is great. If you watch it now and smoke a doobie, you're like, what the heck is going on over here? Oh, dude.
Yeah, he was that Pee Wee was so popular, man, in the 80s. I mean, immensely popular.
Well, do you remember the 80s? Well, because he was a dark comedian. He was a dirty comedian. So what happened was he had that show, the HBO special, which was dirty. Phil Hartman was in it. He played like the mailman.
Remember,
It
it was,
was- it was-
Charlie's
dirt-
mom from Always Sunny was in it.
Yep, and he got the girl undressed on stage, and then so what happened was these producers picked it up, and they were like, we like that, but you got to like cut out all the dirty stuff. And it's basically Pee-wee's Playhouse is the same thing. It's just
Oh man.
rated G. Yeah, it's the same thing, but like it's wild, dude. The HBO special is genius. Yeah, that was good stuff. He was in Cheech and Chong movies too.
I didn't even know that. I only knew him from Pee-wee, and then like he was, he played himself for a long time, and then he was I saw him like he was a vampire in a vampire movie.
Buffy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was great. And
The
he was in
original
Blow.
Buffy.
And he was in Blow as the gay dude, the hairdresser.
Then he popped into Blues Brothers.
Oh, that's right. Yep. He did a Reno 911 he was in.
Mm-hmm.
He did that stuff too. Yeah,
He was in a lot of stuff.
He was in his first stuff was like with Cheech and Chong. Next movie, he played like the dude.
Oh man, Cheech's song was so popular in the '80s. Also.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff, dude.
Oh, Ben said, "I love Perfect Strangers." Basilis Lolo sounds like Balky to me.
He does. That's his new name. His new name is Balky.
Balky. Oh yeah. I
Balky
remember
Lolo.
Perfect Strangers, man.
Balky Lolos.
Scribe was all about Small Wonder.
Hell yeah. She's a small wonder. That was a cool ass show with Jamie from fucking Smashing Pumpkins. I remember that whole rumor that it was Jamie from Smashing Pumpkins.
So wait, there was a Jamie on Smashing Pumpkins?
No, the kid from Small Wonder. The rumor was that he was the singer for Smashing Pumpkins. That was like
okay.
old school like conspiracy rumor back in the day.
He had the best death scene in Buffy. Oh yeah. Hail fellers, what's up? What's up, Hail? Subjugate.
What up, Cope? Yeah, Small Wonder was cool. What other? What was the one with the girl? She was an alien, and her best friend was like a surfer. Oh my god!
Wait, which girl was in it? You mean the star?
Sigourney Weaver?
No, I'm talking about the sitcom. Oh man,
the alien sitcom?
I forget the name. I gotta look it up.
Small Wonder is where she was a robot, right?
Yeah, Small Wonder was the robot. I'm thinking.
Oh yeah. Man, there was a lot I missed.
Yeah, there was so many ones in the 80s and 90s.
I watched so much sitcoms and stuff. But I only now have a few favorites that I watch, but there's so many out there.
Out of This World, says Benjamin Soto.
That's what it is. Wow. See, he knows. He knows. Yeah,
I forgot about that. Remember Third Rock from the Sun?
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
That's like a really well-written show. Like,
it was so good.
Very well.
And, I like John Lithgow. He was an amazing actor.
That whole cast was perfect.
Oh yeah. And John Lithgow was he could play comedy and drama. He was amazing.
I'm recommending.
He was a serial killer in one movie.
Oh, that's right.
Or you're talking about Dexter, right?
No. It was
John Lithgow was one of the serial killers in Dexter.
Was he really?
Oh,
yeah.
I never really watched Dexter. I think I watched like
3 or 4,
one or two episodes. Not really.
Yeah, I haven't ever seen that. I didn't know that.
Dude,
John Lithgow, he played a killer in like a legit movie, like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
He was but I didn't ever see him on Dexter. Well, I never watched Dexter.
Raising Cain, says Zever.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, and Dexter, he was this guy who he was a pastor at his church and he had his family and stuff like that, but he was also murdering people.
Man, he totally fits that part, man.
Yeah, where he could just turn it on. He could be your dad.
You got to watch Widow's Bay, man. I'm telling you. Watch
Widow's Bay.
Yeah.
Is he in that?
No, just watch it. It's a new show. It's great.
I just upgraded to an iPhone, so I got the 3 months of Apple TV.
It's on Apple. Boom. It's 32-minute episodes, so it's pretty cool. Something different, shorter episodes. It's kind of a mix between like Parks and Recs, The Office meets like a horror, like Stephen King.
Oh yeah, Parks and Recreation. I like that show too.
But imagine that with like a horror element and like a haunted element to it, like a John Carpenter or Stephen King element to it.
Oh,
And
that's crazy.
It's got a comedy. Yeah, it's great.
Widow's Bay.
I just
never
finished
watched Widow's
watching
Bay.
From. You ever seen From? It's from years ago, but I just recently watched it. It's pretty cool.
No.
There's a lot of good shows, man. I just don't have all the time.
So who are you doing your pastries for now, Rosario?
I just got to do 20 little mini cakes for a little party.
Okay. Party. I guess you get a lot
birthday
of.
party.
You have any weddings coming up?
Next month. Next month. I gotta
Wow,
do
nice.
a bunch of eclairs and stupid stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you just, I forget, did you say you do wedding cakes or no?
Yeah, every but it's a time consuming thing, especially like with transportation, and I charge. So you want something, I gotta charge you a lot.
Dude, I love eclairs.
The what?
I love eclairs. Making the dough though, making that shoe pastry.
That shoe? That's easy, man. You could even like store it and freeze it.
I think I do it the hard way because like I do the eggs like one at a time, and I'm with the wooden spoon just beating it.
You just gotta get the consistency right, so it's not
Right.
like falling off. It's like a diamond when it comes out of your spoon. You just gotta be by feel, dude. It's all by feel.
Need to get back on that.
Yeah.
I got to get fat.
Man,
You know?
you're all making me hungry now, man. It's all late over here, and I love desserts.
Well, that's what the gym is for, dude. That's why I hit the gym. It's like, okay, I ate this piece of cake. I got to do this at the gym. I got to work it off.
Gotta hit that treadmill.
Oh,
Man, yeah, desserts are amazing, man. Especially when you have a nice pastry with a cup of espresso or coffee. Yeah.
well, I'm the only one who cooks in the house. She can't cook.
You are?
Yeah, she can't even use an air fryer.
Dang. She like scored with you.
I'm like, come on, it's your turn.
See, my wife cooks. She bakes. Like I said, she's trying to do the micro.
No, she can. She doesn't want to because I can. So it's not fair.
Oh, right.
It's like, come on, it's not cool. This is slave
Yeah,
labor.
she's taking
man.
advantage of your
I know.
culinary niceness.
She'll cuddle up next to me and be like, you know what I'm craving Friday night? I want this and this. I'm like, come on, really? You want me to make this? It's like, that's a lot. She like wants ramen with like a certain broth. I'm like, no, but I want you to make it like from scratch. I'm like, you're crazy, girl.
I just got done making ramen from scratch not too long ago. That is a kind of a pain.
Yeah, the broth itself. It's like a 2-3
Well, the
day
noodles
process.
are very low moisture dough.
Like the
so
thick
getting
noodles, yeah. Oh, man,
Getting them
that's-
thin enough and stuff like that.
It's crazy. You just gotta get a pasta roller.
Man, I
Well, I
haven't
got the
ever
pasta-
had
I
homemade
got the
ramen.
pasta.
That'd be nice.
Oh, you got the pasta roller?
But it's all crumbly, right? It doesn't come out smooth.
Yeah.
So then you got to like fold it.
You gotta layer it,
Yeah, you got to layer it up,
laminate it, baby.
work on it. See, at this point, because I'm a bartender, so whenever I cook, it's like, a special occasion. Like, oh, man.
You know why
Yeah.
it's crumbling? Because you're not resting your dough.
Is that all it is? Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's called autolyse. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a process where you
I do
hydrate
that
your
for the
dough
pizza dough.
and yeah, you leave it. That's what my dad used to do. That's like an old school like
I gotta do
baking
that for
technique.
noodles, so the gluten starts to form.
Yeah, so you leave it alone and then you knead it again and let it rest again. So and make
I
sure
got
it's
the,
not too hot either.
I got the Vital Wheat gluten, and I'd never used that before. But the recipe I found is like you want that gluten, you know.
Yeah.
But
Get
it's
a
like
good,
I only
double
use a
O
little bit
flour,
of it. It's
man.
like 1% of the recipe.
Anything 12% or higher with protein
yeah.
inside the flour is good for making pasta. That's what you need. Double O, any double O. If you're doing a pasta, you should get some semolina flour too, because you could just mix that with water and make like that dry pasta. You know.
Oh yeah, I have the
Yeah.
semolina because of the whole pizzas. I use it on the paddle and everything.
You have to get the ground, or else it's
Mhm.
gonna come out like freaking polenta. You got to get like the
Right,
fine
right.
ground.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I have. I
Oh,
have
okay,
like the
okay.
semolina flour that I dust, you know, making the pizza dough.
Yeah, dude, it's what I used to do, man. So I know the weird shit. Cook it up.
To have like
Gotta-
a CG cook-off.
Online.
Yeah,
Except, and the people are going to be all salivating because they won't be able to actually eat it.
Right. You have to judge it on the looks alone.
Except
like-
it's going to be crazy just watching the people that made it just eat it right in front of you. That's why,
I
like,
sell
some
the
of these.
hell out of it. Even if it doesn't taste good, I'll be like, oh my gosh. Oh.
That's
feel
why I
bad.
love watching. Have you guys ever watched like the different food shows where people travel all over the world to try different like foreign food? You know, like this one guy, they just do street food, and it's oh man, it drives you crazy because don't ever watch those things when you're hungry. Oh man, it's like because you can't even do anything about it because you can't go to that country in the moment to eat it.
Right.
I know, man.
You're not Elvis. You can't just jump in a jet at a moment's notice.
You ain't
Look at that
Elvis.
food.
Yeah, man. I'm getting hungry right now.
Yeah, that's great, man. Like now we got our own digital studio, virtual studio with
Yeah, man.
creators, artists, drawing stuff.
You just got to get Ryan in here out of the chat.
Exactly.
He might be at work too.
He might be at work. He might work for a living. You never know.
Yeah, that's the typical thing about being over here in a time zone that's like 7 to 9 hours away. Then usually when I'm doing it, everybody's at work.
Well, I can work from home too, so it's cool. But I'm at the other kitchen. That's what's
See, he
great
says
about.
he's drawing, but you could draw. I am also drawing, you see.
There you go, dude.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'm
you're
drawing.
drawing. You're
I'm
drawing.
almost done with this panel.
He's drawing.
Decided to put a barrel over here.
The barrel. Oh, look at that. That looks nice. The whole food window thing.
Yeah. It looks a little awkward, but whatever. A little crooked, but you know, it's a handmade building.
Oh, it doesn't look crooked. Plus, it's good to have crooked stuff. It fits the story. That's why, like, I always wondered why European sound cities and European comic books were so uneven, and I know why. Because like right now in this house, none of the walls are straight. This is like a 120-year-old house, and like the front door's all wonky, man. Like nothing. They didn't know what a level was for the ground, and so like the front door is diagonal, and then it
I gotta
switches
go
to a straight
hug
one.
a baby. Hold on a second.
Okay. That looks good. It looks good.
Hey, how's everything going with the have any more info on the on Indiegogo, whether you got approved or not?
No, I should get an email back this week. If not, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna have a personal talk. No, I'm kidding. No, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it might have been like a wrong number on the address because that's what happens. I'm like, come on, really?
Yeah, because it's taking forever to get approved over there.
Well, Joe just got approved. It's been Joe Sontag. It's been a while too. So he was going through a lot of stuff, the same stuff I was.
What was
The same
What
thing,
was
just
the-
like just like signing, just like your personal information. Like it could have been like a wrong like letter or something. I don't know. So he just got approved. So hopefully it goes through. If not, all good. We have other options. We have
Yeah, like here, what is it? Back Me Bro is supposed to be coming out soon.
Well, the second book we'll do probably is going to be on Back Me Bro, because that's going to be just for he handpicked the certain people that are guaranteed to perform before. So they're going to run the beta test, and then after that, maybe like 8 months, the latest. That's what he was saying. So they still got to do the testing and everything. So we'll see what happens.
The name's pretty cool, Back Me Bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Faux sure.
It totally fits the whole aesthetic.
I know. Oh boy.
So how much longer are you going to be cooking?
I'm gonna break out of here in a little while. I gotta get home.
Nice. What do you got planned for the day?
The
rest of the day.
I don't know.
Making dinner for your lady.
She's home working, so we'll see what's up. She needs to finish watching Widow's Bay because she didn't watch the last episode. I keep telling her, you gotta finish watching this. And then I don't know. I
Do
don't
something.
know. It's nice out right now, so
That's good.
might go out. Still
Today
really
was
great.
actually nice. Over here, it was. It's been super hot, but today it was raining. It was.
Yeah, I heard it's like a huge heat wave in the East Coast and Midwest.
Oh, yeah?
Over here it's like 70. It's 70 what? 73 degrees.
There's a huge
74.
heat wave all over Europe, man.
Yeah, I heard, dude. Oh my god. My parents just came back from Italy, and because they go there, every year, and they said it was getting real bad, like real
Yes,
nasty.
It's
And
hot
nobody
over
has-
here.
Nobody has air conditioners. It's crazy.
I'm all kind of used to it, but I don't understand what the problem is. But I've also been used to like really hot weather.
Do you have an air
But
conditioner?
it's still uncomfortable.
Do you have AC?
What? Huh?
Do you have an AC?
No, I don't have any AC. Like this
Oh my
house is like they didn't put one in here. I just got a fan. So thankfully this house is so old that it's got like thick stone walls, so it doesn't. It kind of retains coolness. But like you couldn't. It's cool enough so you could survive all day, but it's very uncomfortable without a fan. So I have this big fan in front of me. It's like it works. So as long as it works, otherwise I'd be really miserable.
Oh, dude.
But otherwise, you got to have AC. It just because it's just uncomfortable over here. It's like been in the hundreds.
Woo.
And it's all dry heat because it's a landlocked country. It's very far from the ocean.
But isn't it like, I thought it was humid over there. It's not? It's dry?
No, it's like an oven.
It's like Arizona-ish?
Yeah, there's like no
Oh.
humidity. There's like no humidity at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's even when you get down to the water, there's no humidity.
Damn.
Which is fine by me. I hate that.
That's crazy.
I hate that. But
Oh, man.
where I'm going next, my mother-in-law, she's got awesome air conditioning, so that's going to be very welcome.
Where's that at?
In Skopje, Macedonia.
Oh, you're going to go back to Macedonia?
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, she's got great air conditioning. She's got two of them actually. It's different over here in Europe. Like in America, the air conditioning's in the wall and stuff. Here they have AC units, and so she's got one in the kitchen or one in the living room, one in the hallway.
We got it made in America, man. Woo.
Yeah, they even have different heaters in America. Like mostly over in Europe, it's central heating.
Oh,
In
wow.
America, you got your heater. You just turn on or off.
It's crazy, dude. All right, man. I gotta get out of here. I will check you guys out later, my friend.
All right, man. Catch you later. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go too. I'm waiting for Will to get back, and then on because it's like past 1 a.m. now, and
You're tired.
I'm tired.
Man needs to go to bed.
Yeah, I got to go to bed.
All right, man.
Come on,
I'll
Will. What
I'll
you
catch
doing, man?
I'll catch you later, brother.
All right, catch you later. Have a good one. Well, Zebra, we're gonna have you on the show sometime so you can draw on the show and give evidence that you're drawing. Hey, Will. Hope everything's okay.
What is up? Scribe
What's up,
abandoned
man?
us?
Everything okay?
Oh yeah. You know how it is. Babies, they get their fingers in things.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. When you got
Yeah.
kids, they kind of do a bunch of different stuff, a bunch of different
Right.
times
So
throughout the day.
wife's up there trying to cook dinner and manage children, and it's like, you know what? When I hear him crying,
Yeah, you gotta
go out there and
you gotta go check.
investigate. And get
Well, hey,
stuff
man,
up there.
I'm gonna take off. It's like past 1 a.m. over here, and I'm
No worries,
I'm
man.
beat.
Take care.
But-
Thanks for hanging out, and I'll be around.
You too, man. Thanks for hanging out and coming on. It was awesome, man. We got to do this again. My goal is to do this every day. So yeah, just let me know when you want to hop on again or whatever. That'd be great to have you on again.
Yeah, man. On my days off.
Sounds cool. All right, man. You have a great rest of your day and week, and I'll talk to you soon.
Oh yeah. See you, man.
Everybody, ciao to you guys. Have a great week. Thanks for showing up, and hopefully catch you in the next video. Now we learned today the correct way to say this. I gotta say do widzenia, prijetno. That means goodbye. Have a nice day. I should probably say have a nice night. Anyway, catch you in the next video. Ciao.